Devil's Home.
Abandoned mansions have always held a certain allure. Once grand homes that housed wealthy families, dignitaries, or even royalty, they carry with them a rich history and have seen countless stories unfold within their walls. But when they're left to decay and fall into disrepair, they often hold many secrets just waiting to be uncovered.
Oh shit!
Join us as we take you inside these forgotten structures and reveal the top 15 incredible things found in abandoned mansions.
April 17th, 1909, age 7 years old.
Number 15. Headstone in Pink Floyd's abandoned mansion. It's no secret that many rock bands live a life many people can never dream of. From touring the world to recording in luxurious studios, the rock star lifestyle can be both exciting and enigmatic. Pink Floyd was one of the most successful and influential rock bands of all time, formed in London in 1965. They were known for their psychedelic and progressive music, as well as their elaborate live shows. One of their members, David Gilmour, the guitarist and vocalist, owned a historic mansion called Hook End Manor, which he bought in 1980 and sold in 1994. Hook End Manor is a 16th century Elizabethan house that was built for the Bishop of Reading in 1580. It is located in Checkenden, Oxfordshire, and has a stunning view of the countryside. The mansion has 11 bedrooms, a recording studio, a swimming pool, a tennis court, and a helicopter pad. However, it also has a tragic secret hidden in its basement.
It's a gravestone in the cellar.
A
For a 7-year-old.
In one of the rooms below ground level, there is a headstone for a 7-year-old boy named Jack, who died in 1909. The headstone reads, "Little Jack, April 17, 1909, aged 7 years." It is not clear who Jack was or how he ended up buried under the house. Some speculate that he was a servant's child or a victim of an accident on the nearby River Thames. The headstone is one of the eerie features that make Hook End Manor an intriguing but haunting place to explore. Urban explorer Jeff Johns captured some stunning photos in the abandoned mansion in November of 2022. He said, "It was only in 1987 that David Gilmour moved out of this place, and there are still rumors that they moved out because his wife was so scared of paranormal activity in the house." There was also a gravestone discovered in the basement for a little boy called Little Jack. Maybe that's why they moved out. However, he also admitted that he felt uneasy exploring the mansion. "I almost felt as if I was being watched."
That's the slide that goes down to the indoor pool. And there's a jacuzzi here.
Number 14. Indoor pool with WaterSlide. We all have some dream about our ideal home, something that makes it unique and perfect. For some, it might be an indoor water slide or a bowling alley, or even a basketball court. Well, what if we told you that there is a mansion with all these amenities and more, but it is abandoned and no one lives there? The mansion, located on Haggett's Pond Road in Andover, was built in 1999 by a finance industry executive with his children in mind. The house was designed to be a place where kids could invite their friends and have fun with all the amenities that the mansion has to offer. The house underwent extensive renovations in 2003, and since then, it has been on the market several times, but no one has bought it for its true value. The mansion is one of the largest in Andover and has 8 bedrooms, 10 bathrooms, a bowling alley, a basketball court, an indoor pool, and even a 2-story water slide. It is set on 4 acres of land, providing privacy and a country club feel. The master bedroom has a fireplace and a balcony, and there is also a suite for live-in help on the lower level. The house has luxury embellishments, including a movie theater, locker rooms, gym, and bars that residents can access without leaving their home. Despite all these incredible features, the mansion remains abandoned, and no one lives there. It was listed for upwards of $6 million at one point, but no one ever purchased it for that much. It is sad to see such a beautiful mansion with all these fantastic amenities and luxurious embellishments that houses no one. However, there are reports that this abandoned mega mansion may soon be given a new lease on life, as someone has reportedly purchased it. Perhaps soon, the halls of this iconic property will once again be filled with laughter. The bowling alley and basketball court will be put to use, and the indoor pool and 2-story water slide will be enjoyed once more.
I feel so bad for this animal.
Just laying on the bed. I think it was waiting for the owner's bed.
Number 13. Cat still awaiting owners. Cats are known for their loyalty and love their owners and the house they live in. However, what happens when the owners move away and the house is abandoned for years? Recently, a Scottish urban explorer stumbled upon an abandoned house deep in the Highlands that had been left frozen in time since the 1970s. The house's history remains a mystery, but one theory suggests it was once a crime scene as police tape is still draped outside. The eerie atmosphere of the abandoned house, combined with the silence, put the explorer on edge. The dusty dining room table was still set with plates and cutlery for dinner, and old photos, books, and newspapers dated between the 1950s and 1970s were scattered around the house.
Oh my God. What?
In one of the rooms, the explorer found the mummified remains of a family cat whose skeleton lay on the floor. It's possible that the family left it behind when they moved out. The cat's mummified remains suggest that it was left alone in the abandoned house and slowly passed away over time. As for the abandoned house, the explorer believes that it had been deserted since the 1970s. The house was completely covered in a thick layer of dust and debris from the damp walls and decaying ceilings. The vintage pianos, furniture, and antique dolls left inside suggest that the family had left in a hurry, abandoning their possessions and their home. The tape outside the house suggests that the house was once a crime scene, but there's no evidence to support this theory. Number 12. Hidden room in John Gotti's abandoned mansion. John Gotti was a notorious American mobster who led the Gambino crime family in the late 1980s. Gotti was known as the Teflon Don due to his ability to evade conviction despite numerous criminal charges against him. His gang was infamous for their involvement in various illegal activities such as extortion, racketeering, and drug trafficking. Gotti's lavish lifestyle was reflected in his magnificent home, which was located in Howard Beach, Queens, New York. The house was a 2-story, brick-fronted mansion with a manicured lawn, and it boasted an impressive array of amenities such as a swimming pool, a tennis court, and a 4-car garage. Inside the house, there were numerous luxurious furnishings and decorations, including chandeliers, expensive paintings, and antique furniture. However, as with many gangster movies, Gotti's house had a secret hideout. Behind a wardrobe in Gotti's bedroom, there was a secret room that was only accessible through a hidden door. The room was filled with clothes, and it was clear that Gotti used it as a safe space to stash his belongings. It's not unusual for gangsters to have hidden houses or secret rooms, but in Gotti's case, the fact that his hideout was behind a wardrobe makes it seem straight out of a movie. Although we can only speculate about what Gotti used this room for, it's not hard to imagine that he may have kept some of his ill-gotten gains hidden away there.
What the heck is this? Oh my God.
Number 11. A red, sexy room. Mafia bosses were infamous for their lavish lifestyles, flaunting their wealth in flashy cars, designer clothes, and extravagant homes. This mysterious, decrepit building exudes an eerie presence, as if holding onto secrets of the past. Once a grand symbol of power and wealth, it now stands desolate, covered in vines and filled with memories of a bygone era. You can't help but feel a sense of unease. The once impressive facade is now cracked and crumbling, with overgrown gardens and a rusted gate that creaks in the wind. Ornate chandeliers hang from the ceiling, casting a dim glow over the dilapidated furniture and peeling wallpaper. The air is thick with a musty smell of decay and neglect. The mansion is full of surprises, with winding staircases and hidden rooms that lead to nowhere. But one room in particular catches your eye: the infamous Red Room. We've all seen red rooms in movies, but to see one in real life is a different story altogether. Hidden behind floor-to-ceiling red curtains, this room is a red lounge with a strange metal palm tree in the center, with tables, benches, and stools surrounding it. You can almost feel the eyes of the past inhabitants watching you as you step into the room. What secret does this room hold? What grisly events have occurred within its walls? There is more to it than meets the eye. Behind the curtains, there are hinges to a door that opens into another hidden room. It must have been a place of decadence and wild parties, and we can only imagine the things that took place within those walls.
Surgery room. This is where the patients would lie, and yeah, there would be performed surgeries on them, like kidney surgeries. Wow.
Number 10. Surgery room. The Dr. Anna House in Bad Wildingen, Germany, is a time capsule of a bygone era. Once a thriving urology clinic and home of Dr. Klaus Kraft, the house was left untouched from the 1970s. The lower floors of the house served as the clinic, complete with examination rooms, an operating room, waiting areas, and a library. The upper 3 floors were the living quarters of Dr. Kraft and his wife, Hildegard Hux. Entering the house, one is struck by the grandeur of the living room, which features a Steinway grand piano. The house is filled with evidence of the couple's travels and love for art, including unusual paintings, stuffed animals, and even a red-painted wall. Animal skins and hunting paraphernalia hint at Dr. Kraft's favorite pastime. The library is well stocked with books in both German and English, all relating to the subject of urology, reflecting the couple's education and interests. The bedrooms, now in a state of decay, still contain many of the couple's possessions, including a stuffed fox on the bed, evidence of their eclectic tastes. Descending to the lower floors, one is transported to the time when the clinic was still in operation. The medical equipment in the examination rooms and operating room is a testament to Dr. Kraft's dedication to his profession. The 8 jars of human kidneys preserved in formaldehyde on display add an eerie touch. While the exact reason for the abandonment of Dr. Anna House remains unknown, it is clear that the property was once a thriving center of medicine and the home of a couple with diverse interests. Today, the house stands as a haunting reminder of the past, a place frozen in time, waiting for someone to uncover its secrets. No one is sure why it's called Dr. Anna House. If you have an answer, let us know in the comments below. Number 9. The craziest bedroom in Kenny Rogers' mansion. Kenny Rogers was the king of country music, but he also lived like a king. With an estimated net worth of over $250 million, he enjoyed a lavish lifestyle that included multiple homes and private jets. Kenny's mansion in Atlanta, Georgia, was one of his most prized possessions, and it was truly fit for a king. The mansion was built in 1990 and spans over 15,000 square feet, with 8 bedrooms, 12 bathrooms, and plenty of space for entertaining guests. The Grand Master bedroom was the epitome of luxury. This bedroom is simply unbelievable, and it's definitely the craziest bedroom that you will ever see. The centerpiece of the room is a giant dome-shaped bed in the middle of the floor. The bed frame is so ornate and stunning that you can't take your eyes off it. The bed used to have a mattress, but it's gone now. The floors of the bedroom are heated, and the bed is surrounded by lights that go all the way around. The bedroom also features a nice fireplace, which is still intact with a lion's head design. The room used to have couches and other furniture arranged around the bed. The master bedroom also has a nice arched doorway, a toilet, and a sink. It is equally magnificent. The floors are also heated, and there are pillars throughout the house. The luxury mansion with its high ceilings and ornate moldings is a shadow of its former self. The once luxurious carpet is now threadbare, and the windows are covered in a thick layer of dust. The walk-in closets, which were once filled with designer clothes and accessories, now stand empty, their shelves and drawers stripped bare.
It's the pet dog. Oh my.
Number 8. Taxidermy Dog? Exploring an abandoned house can be a thrilling experience, especially when it's believed to have been constructed in the early 1800s. This was the case for an explorer named Mark Adam, who stumbled upon such a house filled with antique items that seemed to belong to that era.
Another bedroom here. House is just so big.
But what was most unsettling was the sight of a pet dog that appeared to be mummified or taxidermied. Taxidermy is the art of preserving an animal's body through stuffing or mounting. It involves the use of various chemicals and techniques to preserve the animal's skin, and the result is often a lifelike representation of the animal in question. This process was used on many animals, including dogs, during the 1800s and early 1900s. But why would someone want to taxidermy their pet dog? There could be several reasons, including sentimental attachment or to create a lasting tribute to a beloved companion. Dogs were often seen as loyal and faithful companions, so it's no surprise that some owners would want to preserve their pet's memory in such a way. As for the abandoned house, it was a time capsule of sorts, filled with antique piano, old calendar, and other relics of the past. Exploring such a place can be a fascinating experience, as it allows us to catch a glimpse of what life was like in a different time period. Number 7. Pablo Escobar's Money Hideout. Pablo Escobar was one of the wealthiest drug lords in history, earning an estimated $30 billion during his reign as the kingpin of the Medellin cartel. With that kind of wealth, Escobar spared no expense in creating his dream home, Hacienda Nápoles, which was once a sprawling estate in Puerto Triunfo, Colombia. The estate included a Spanish colonial mansion, a sculpture garden, multiple swimming pools, man-made lakes, and even a private zoo with exotic animals such as elephants, rhinos, and hippos. Escobar also had a collection of classic cars and bikes, a racetrack for go-karts, and a bull ring. As you can see in the video, the mansion had double walls, which were used to hide Escobar's vast fortune. According to reports, the spaces within the walls were filled with cash and other valuables. Escobar's wealth was so vast that he reportedly spent $2,500 a month on rubber bands just to wrap his cash. The mansion was also rumored to have a secret tunnel that led to a nearby river, which Escobar could use to escape if needed. However, after Escobar's death in 1993, the mansion fell into disrepair. The Colombian government seized the property, and it was eventually turned into a family-friendly theme park with water attractions, a wildlife sanctuary, and museums. Despite this transformation, many of the original structures remain in ruins. Today, the mansion is a popular tourist destination, but visitors are only allowed to view it from a distance due to safety concerns. These double walls may have once protected Escobar's wealth, but they now stand as a symbol of the violence and corruption that defined his reign as the most notorious drug lord in history. Number 6. Bullet impacts on windows at bin Laden's mansion. The bin Laden family is well known for its immense wealth and power, with an estimated net worth of over $7 billion. The family's wealth comes mainly from its construction business, which has been involved in major projects around the world. However, the family is perhaps most notorious for its association with Osama bin Laden, who became the world's most wanted man after the 9/11 terror attacks. One of the family's lesser-known connections is a mansion located on Johns Lake in Oakland, Florida. The property, which was purchased by Khalil bin Laden, the brother of Osama bin Laden, in 1980 for $1.6 million, has a rich history dating back to its construction in 1928. The mansion is a sprawling estate with 5 bedrooms and 7 bathrooms. It features an outside swimming pool and was built with the finest materials, including marble bathtubs and sweeping tiled floors. The property is located just moments away from Disney World and Orlando, making it an ideal location for a family vacation. However, the mansion has a darker side to it. It is believed that Osama bin Laden spent time at the property while visiting his brother, and the children of the bin Laden family are said to have played in the garden. There are bullet holes in the windows of the mansion, possibly a result of a drive-by shooting that occurred in the area. Today, the mansion has been left abandoned, with the property falling into disrepair. The once beautiful mansion is now infested with bugs and fleas, and the woodwork has been destroyed by wasp nests. The mansion may have fallen into disrepair, but it still holds a fascination for those curious about the darker side of history. Before we go on, like this video, smash that subscribe button, and click the notification bell right now, or this centipede will crawl on your face while you're sleeping. It's time for today's subscriber pick. Allegedly, this photograph was taken inside a mansion located in Mexico. According to the sources, the enormous sum of money displayed in the image belongs to a notorious drug cartel. The amount of cash appears to be in the range of 200 to 300 million, an unimaginable sum for most people. It's widely known that drug cartels accumulate vast amounts of money through illegal means such as drug trafficking, money laundering, and other criminal activities. Due to the illegal nature of their business, these groups cannot use traditional banking systems and instead resort to storing their wealth in cash. What do you think about it? How much money do you think it is? If you had that much money, what would you do with it? Remember to comment down below with the hashtag #subscriberpick and let us know what you think. Now, on to the next topic. Number 5. Creepy camera in child's room in Rihanna's mansion. Rihanna is one of the most successful and wealthiest artists in the world, with an estimated net worth of over $1.4 billion. With such a vast fortune, it's no surprise that she owns some extravagant properties, including some abandoned mansions. The mansion itself is a stunning display of luxury, with 7 bedrooms and 10 bathrooms spread across 11,000 square feet. But perhaps the most interesting feature of the mansion is this small room with soundproofing and a camera. While it's unclear exactly what the room was used for, some have speculated that it was a recording studio or a place for Rihanna to rehearse her performances in private. Regardless of its original purpose, the room adds an element of mystery to the already impressive property. Number 4. Luxury cars and arms abandoned. Normally, when it comes to an average barn find, there's not much beyond the vehicle to see. However, every once in a while, an individual might just stumble upon something a little bit better. Maybe it's not just a car that's lurking in the weeds and waiting to be explored. In this particular instance, a group of explorers discovered an abandoned mansion that was surrounded by luxury cars, a third-generation Chevrolet Corvette, a vintage Mercedes, and a Mercedes 560 SEL, plus lots of others. These cars are not only beautiful to look at, but they are also some of the most expensive and sought-after models in the world. The third-generation Chevrolet Corvette, in particular, is a classic sports car that is highly valued by collectors and enthusiasts alike. Its sleek and sporty design, coupled with its powerful engine, make it a true icon of American cars. And then there's the vintage Mercedes. How can someone even abandon this beauty? The mansion also had an eerie atmosphere, with bedrooms full of furniture and closets that still had clothing hanging in them. The explorers even stumbled upon some weapons lurking within the house, including air rifles and other items.
These are all air rifles.
As they continued to explore, the group began to piece together the backstory of the mansion's previous owner. It seemed like they had left in a hurry, leaving behind their luxurious cars and belongings. It's quite possible that the owner may have had to flee suddenly or disappeared without a trace, leaving behind a mystery that may never be solved.
I really cannot believe hundreds of statues made of marble are just left inside this house.
Number 3. $1 million art collection. From the earliest days of human history, the rich and powerful have collected art as a symbol of wealth and status. The abandoned mansion of Genshiro Kawamoto, the Ginza property king, is a testament to this long-standing tradition. Within its walls, there is an impressive collection of sculptures estimated to be worth millions of dollars. The collection of sculptures within the mansion speaks to the reason why the wealthy have always collected art. It is a symbol of their status and taste. The sculptures in the mansion, despite their current state of neglect, continue to capture the imagination and awe of anyone who visits. The polished surfaces and intact appearance of the mansion initially made it appear like a bizarre museum of kitsch. However, over time, the influx of people and neglect have caused the mansion to take on a post-revolution or post-capitalism vibe. Genshiro Kawamoto, the real estate tycoon who once owned the mansion, was known for his love of luxury and disregard for taxes. He used to say, "I don't care about taxes, only fools would pay them." In 2013, he was arrested for evading over 800 million yen in payments. And in 2018, he received a 4-year prison sentence and a 240 million yen fine.
It's like a little classroom inside of the house.
Number 2. A chapel and a classroom. The mansion with 110 rooms. Titanic in its grandeur and extravagance, Linwood Hall was once the epitome of luxury and wealth. The 110-room mansion, located in Elkins Park, Pennsylvania, was built between 1897 and 1900 by industrialist Peter A. B. Widener and his wife Hannah. The mansion was designed by Horace Trumbauer, a prominent architect of the Gilded Age, and was inspired by the Palace of Versailles in France. Linwood Hall boasted a grand ballroom that could accommodate up to 1,000 guests, an indoor swimming pool, a bowling alley, a movie theater, a squash court, and a billiard room. The mansion also had its own power plant, a steam heating system, and an elevator. The lavish interiors featured marble floors, ornate plasterwork, and intricate wood carvings. Unfortunately, the mansion's glory days came to an end after George Widener's death, who died in the Titanic disaster in 1912. The mansion passed down to George's wife, Eleanor, and then to their son, Joseph. However, Joseph Widener was not interested in the mansion and sold it to the Faith Theological Seminary in 1952. Over the years, Linwood Hall fell into disrepair and was eventually abandoned. The mansion has since been the subject of various restoration efforts, but they have all been unsuccessful. The mansion's future remains uncertain as it continues to deteriorate with each passing year.
Oh my gosh, guys. Can't believe there's an abandoned car still here.
Number 1. Old first-gen Camaro. A mysterious doctor known as the Alchemist once owned a magnificent mansion in Italy. Patients would visit the doctor during the day, but at night, the physician would practice alchemy in the basement. Locals would report strange lights, and in the 60s, the doctor mysteriously went missing. The mansion has since been abandoned and is filled with bizarre artifacts among the crumbling structure. YouTuber Steve Ronan decided to explore the abandoned mansion to see what he could find. The building was clearly unsafe, with whole floors collapsed and cracks in the walls and supporting structure. They head downstairs to encounter a white, first-generation Chevy Camaro parked under an archway. The Camaro appears to be a 1968 RS327 model, and despite the obvious grime, it actually looks to be in relatively good shape. It is unknown how the Camaro ended up in the basement of the mansion or who it may have belonged to. Thank you for watching our video. We hope you enjoyed it. See you in the next one.